Good morning. Sorry, this is take two. I just started a second ago, wasn't connected to my Wi-Fi, so things were a little fuzzy, and hopefully this will be a little bit better. We still may have some crazy times, but I think overall it'll be much better when I'm connected to my Wi-Fi, so hope this works. If you're jumping on, say hey, let me know where you're watching from, and I would love to welcome you to our Happy Friday Coffee and Crafts. Now, this is a late morning Coffee and Crafts, and some of you have probably already had your share of coffee this morning, and that's okay. We're just, it's Friday, and I kind of wanted to take it at my own pace this morning, so I didn't set a time this morning, and but I have sent out the text alerts, so if you've signed up for those, you should have received the alert letting you know that I was going to be live in 5 minutes. So, and if you haven't signed up for those and you're interested, you can check the Facebook page and it will give you directions, or you can simply from your phone. You have to do it from your phone. You can't comment or anything on the Facebook post or anything. You have to do it from your phone. If you send a text message to the, like it's as if you were entering someone's phone number to send it to, you would enter in the number 31996, and then in the text message, you're just going to put the word Sweet Homes, all together, all one word, just Sweet Homes, and push send. And then you should get a confirmation message back letting you know that you've been added. And you can stop those at any time just by replying stop, and it will remove you. Or you can add yourself back if you think you want to add again later. Just repeat the process. It's pretty simple, and I promise I will not bombard you with text messages constantly. My goal is just maybe once a week for those, just for my main crafting type lives. I'll send you notifications for those. I won't send you a notification for everything, okay? I promise I will not invade your text messaging with alerts. If you want to sign up for those, I would appreciate it. Okay, this morning's Coffee and Crafts is a little bit different, and we are using some things that I've already had kind of stashed away in my craft supplies, with the exception of a new pool noodle. Lots of you probably have these around your homes this time of the year. For grandkids and kiddos especially, this time of the year, swimming pool noodles, you have them everywhere. And you see them everywhere in the stores. So I just drove down the road and picked this one up this morning as a new one, and it was $1 at the dollar store. So unless you have some laying around, you can use those too if they're not kind of crumbly. Some of them kind of start to disintegrate over time, so I just went and got a new one. But anyway, there's different sizes, different lengths, obviously. But this morning we are making a pool noodle wreath. Okay, there's tons of different crafts and DIYs you can do with pool noodles, and they turn out super cute. I'm going with a simple moss-covered greenery look, a real natural, rustic, maybe some of you might even say a farmhouse style look for this wreath. But I have seen tons of ideas on Pinterest for things that you can do with pool noodles to make wreaths. Some really cute ones, including like ones with burlap. Some have even used tulle strips, like strips of tulle, and tied them and made a real cute one. Saw on Pinterest, and some of them even use or add flip-flops to make a real cute summer themed pool noodle wreath. So I'm going for something that I can hang indoors, probably. I'm going for something I might hang on my dining room wall. I just finished painting my kitchen yesterday, which is a whole nother story. I've been working on it for like months. And I still had to paint above my cabinets and like above my countertops areas. And it's just one of those things I just put on the back burner and just finally had the notion to do it yesterday. Painting is like kind of hits me in spurts. Like I don't feel like painting all the time. I just have to wait till the mood strikes me. And yesterday the mood struck, so I had to finish. So now I'm needing something to put on a bare wall, and I thought this might work. I have never made one of these, so disclaimer, this could be a total flop. And if it is, that's okay, because I've only spent $1 on a pool noodle, right? So not much risk involved here. But the other supplies that I have pulled out from my craft stash that I'm going to be using today, I'm going to be using a hot glue gun, and I have pulled out some different ribbons that I'm thinking I might use. I'm not sure which one, or maybe both, that I might use this morning. I've pulled out a 2.5 inch wide. I don't think this is wired. No, this is not wired, but it's a burlap ribbon from Hobby Lobby. And then the other one that I've pulled out thinking I might use or might look cute, I think that this is a 3 inch wide. No, it says it's 2.5, but I think it's a little bit wider. The burlap's not quite 2.5, it's close. This says it's 2.5 buffalo check, black and white buffalo check ribbon. So I think that might look cute as well. And some other things that I've pulled out that I'm not sure I'm going to use. Let me swipe up this notification so I can see you guys better. Some other things that I might use this morning, I'm not sure, I pulled out are some green wreath sprigs that I've had stashed away. I made a spring wreath that didn't quite make the cut. I made it, didn't like it, and it's been sitting in my garage ever since. So I've been slowly pulling things off of it and repurposing it and using it for different things. Good morning, ladies. Hi, Kay. Hi, Penny. Hi, Susan. So I'm just pulling out some things that I might use with this. I might not use any of these, but we'll see. Thought I'd have them handy just in case. Just some basic green wreath sprigs that I might add to it. And then one of my favorite summertime flowers. I pulled out a couple of sunflowers that I've had on a different wreath that I didn't need, and so I might use these. So we'll kind of see what this evolves into this morning as we go along. So and if you have things around your home that you aren't using or you can reuse, you know, this is a good kind of project to kind of pull out some things that you're not using and repurpose. Good morning, Sherry. All right, so what I have done is I have bought, like I said, I bought just the $1 pool noodle from the dollar store. This is the smaller version. They had some that were really thick. You love sunflowers in both rooms. Thanks, Penny. We'll see what it turns into, but I love sunflowers, and I thought this buffalo check would look super cute with that bright yellow, but we'll see. All right, so I have taken the pool noodle, and as you can see, I have angled, just with a utility knife, I have cut the ends of my pool noodle to kind of be angled so that they will go together a little better. And you don't have to do that, but some of the tips and tricks I was seeing online said that kind of helps your wreath kind of stay together and hold its shape better. Hey, Christy. Good morning, Kay. All right, so what I've done, I've cut that angle, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some duct tape, and you could probably hot glue it as well, but I'm not sure how well my hot glue will hold on this kind of material of this pool noodle. So I'm just going to go straight for the duct tape, okay? And naturally, the only duct tape I could find this morning was bright pink, but it'll work. And one of the other things I forgot to mention that I'm going to be using, obviously, is some of the sheet moss that I've had from a previous project. Back in early May, I did a Kentucky Derby door hanger where I used that sheet moss, and I had a lot left over, and so I thought, you know what, this will be the perfect time to use the rest of that so it's not a total waste, right? Oh, my dog, I think, sees a squirrel in the yard, and so he's jumping on one. Pongo, hop down, come on. Good boy. All right. And if he starts barking, I apologize. Do you want to come say hi? Come here. Up. Oh, yeah. See? Oh, look. He's not going to the camera. Are you being a good boy? Okay. You go sit and be a good boy. Down. Good boy. He's my buddy. Okay. So I have taped that where it goes together. And I think that's probably good enough. All right, there we go. And this is not going to show because we're going to cover it, obviously. But if you were using a different material, maybe like a see-through burlap, you might want to wrap it in something more neutral to begin with, just to kind of hide the colors. But I think this will work for what we're doing. And I have seen some beautiful pool noodle wreaths wrapped with different kinds of ribbon, so that's another idea. He is being contrary this morning. He just rang his bell, his doorbell, to go outside to potty. And that is not happening right now. You're going to have to go get in your bed and wait, buddy. You go sit. He is usually really quiet and cooperative when I do these lives, but it looks like this morning he's gonna show himself this morning, aren't you? All right, now this sheet moss, just fair warning, it's messy, so there's no way to keep it neat and clean. You just gotta roll with it. All right. Anybody else super excited that it is Friday? I don't know why this week has just seemed so long. I don't really know why. It hasn't been like a super, I don't know. It's just been, I've been off routine, I feel like. Getting ready for a yard sale, and we've had birthday parties and different things going on. So things have just been a little out of routine, and I don't know why. That just kind of throws me sometimes. All right, now I'm not sure what the best way is going to be to get this thing covered. So probably what I'm just going to start doing is start stretching, wrapping, and hot gluing, and we'll see how it turns out. Okay. Hi, Patricia. Oh, good. You're new to the page. It's good to see you. And I'm so sorry I have forgotten to introduce myself. If it's the first time you've been watching or first time you've joined in on a live, my name's Tracey Campbell. I'm the face behind Sweet Homes here on Facebook and Instagram and Pinterest and all of those social places that we like to hang out and browse. So if you're ever on Pinterest or Instagram, look me up there too. I'm always, I have pages on there too. So, but Facebook is where, right now anyway, where I do most of the live videos. But and I've got a few videos over on Instagram on the IGTV. If you're not real familiar with that. It's a lot like Facebook Lives, just live videos. They're just short and condensed videos. And so, you know, I know some people are you know, on Instagram but not on Facebook, or vice versa. So trying to, you know, to be available to lots of different ladies in different areas. And so, you know, let me know where you like to you know, hang out and what you prefer, because I'm definitely going to be adding things to, like I said, to Instagram and possibly even a YouTube channel eventually, but that just hasn't been on my priority list as of yet, but it's on the radar. I tell you what I've been working on the last week, which is super exciting with it being July. I don't know if any of you do Christmas in July type crafts, and I'm not a big Christmas in July crafter, but I tell ya, I am a Christmas craft or Christmas decorating you know, fanatic, because Christmas is one of my favorite holidays. And so anytime I get a chance to do Christmas decorating, I jump all over it. But so what I have done, instead of doing Christmas crafts, I have been setting up the schedule and lineup for our Christmas and fall projects for the Facebook page here. And then also making plans for something else exciting. We are going to be having a pop-up group for just special for special members, but where we have an exclusive content of different things. lots of different, I have a whole list. I've forgotten everything that I have scheduled for our Christmas and fall ones, but there's lots of good crafts coming down the way in the next month or two that you won't want to miss, I promise. Now, I have starting to notice that this hot glue, like I was worried, is not really sticking real well to this pool noodle material, so I'm having to add a little bit of extra and just giving it a little bit extra pressure to make sure it gets attached. I'm too far away from my screen this morning. Good morning, Glenda. That's when you grab your old Christmas magazines and get my head spinning now to decorate our home. Exactly. That's exactly what I've been doing. Been scouring Pinterest and looking at my, craft stash to see what I, can reuse, repurpose, and things like that, for Christmas. Love doing that. Christmas is my favorite holiday. By far, and fall is a close behind. I consider fall a holiday. I'm not a big Halloween fanatic, but I do just love fall season in general. Just love it. Okay, now I'm going to give a recommendation here just based on what I'm seeing. This sheet moss is probably not your best friend when it comes to doing this, but like I said, this is what I had. You might, if you were buying moss for something like this specifically, I would probably go with the moss that's like loose, that you can kind of pull apart and glue on. I think that would work better. Good morning, Julie. Watching from Florida. That's nice. What is the weather like in Florida? I hope you're not close to where the tropical storm is coming through. If you are, stay safe. I just keep seeing bits and pieces of that, and I know they've closed the beaches there and around the Destin area. So we've vacationed in Destin several times and love it there. So I hope everyone is taking precautions and staying safe. Of course, I understand. I know last year, got me. Last year, my family and I, we usually go to Destin for like fall break around October-ish. And we had plans to go to Gulf Shores, which is right when, I think it was Hurricane Michael. I think that name might be right. Hurricane Michael was getting ready to make landfall. And so we went ahead and risked it because, all the weather reports were saying, it was gonna miss Gulf Shores and it was gonna hit more towards Panama. And so we just took a chance and we kept really close eye on the weather. But I have never been down around that area when like tropical storms or even hurricanes were, expected to come through. But I definitely realized that, the weather, the news and everything, not to take any seriousness away from the situation, but they were blowing it way out of proportion. It's really, you gotta, we were just taking opinions from the people who lived there, the locals, and really just going by what they felt like was, expected and recommended, based on what they know. And that was the best way that, to get real, advice and information on what they thought was going to happen with the storm. And it was fine. It was totally fine. So I'm hoping that everything will turn out and be just fine for you guys too. But it never hurts to take extra precautions in those types of situations. I understand, but I know we're obviously coming up on hurricane season, so definitely, always keep our eye out. I know, lots of friends and family go to that area of Florida for vacation. So, popular vacation spot. So, anyway, we are actually thinking about taking a family vacation and taking our kids to Disney. I have 3 young kiddos. Younger, they're not young. I have 14, 8, and 11. And we have never been to Disney. I'm not a Disney fanatic, but we've just never done it. And it's kind of like one of those things, like everybody says, oh, you got to go to Disney at least once. And so that's what we're going to do eventually here in the near future. So if you have any Disney trip tips you want to share with me, I am all ears. I think we're going to go to Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom. That's the plan anyway. And then follow it up with some beach therapy to end our trip. So can't go to Florida without some beach therapy. All right. Let's see if I'm missing any comments. Glenda, where'd I buy the moss? This moss came from Hobby Lobby. I have seen it on Amazon. I think Walmart even has some of the moss. It's something that's relatively easy to find. It's not anything too challenging to find usually. Can't remember. I don't think the dollar store or anything like that has it, but you might check. You never know. Pongo, you go get in your bed, buddy. Go get in your bed. Go get in your bed. He has just been out to potty. You know why he's ringing his bells? Because he sees those squirrels in the yard. That's why he's ringing his bell. It's like, but Mom, see the squirrels, don't ya? Those squirrels. He's a mess. He is a mess. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just going around and giving this a covering, and you're starting to see it take some shape. Now I'm going to have some open areas that I'm going to come back in and fill up, but you can see it's starting to take, a good little shape to it already. All right. And like I said, this moss is just, it takes a little bit of time to get it covered. And I could have, already had most of it covered before I started the live, but to me, I know when you ladies watch this, you kind of want to see the real thing. You want to see the mess ups or the mishaps and along with what works and what doesn't work. So I kind of want to give you a real idea of how I do it. Even if it takes, a little bit longer to do, I'm okay with that. And I hope you are too. And if not, you can, if you're busy, I understand that, it's Friday, things are going on. You might be busy, not have time to finish. And that's okay. You're not going to hurt my feelings. You can come back later and watch us. All right. Okay, so I've got the big areas. So now what I'm going to need are some smaller pieces. And like I said, I probably would not recommend this sheet moss for this. This is just something I already had, so I wanted to use it up. But I would definitely go for the moss that is loose, that you can kind of pull apart in pieces. I think would work a little bit better for this type of project. But we're going to make do, okay? Going to make do with what we got. Okay. And really, you're not going to have to worry too much about what the back side looks like. So I'm just covering the front. I'm not worried so much about the back. Because like I said, it's not going to show because mine is going on a wall. Now, if you were going to hang this in an area where, like on like a glass, it's like a storm door, like an entry door, where the back side might be seen, you might, want to go ahead and cover the back. But I'm not going to worry about the back on mine right now. Just the front. And this, like I said, is messy. It is a messy craft. So just be prepared. Okay, put a little bit of glue there. I hope everyone enjoyed the 4th of July holiday last week. We had a hot, rainy 4th of July week, but the storms and rain all went away for fireworks, and we ended up having a good time with family. But, you know, I didn't come live last week because of that. And I don't know I don't know about y'all, but after a holiday, it just seems like it takes me a little bit to get back in my groove. And I don't know why. It's not like I particularly did not do anything major. I mean, we had a family event, but I wasn't hosting and I didn't have to do a whole lot for it. But I don't know. Just one of those routine things. You know, when you get out of routine, it takes you a while to get back in routine. All right, I almost got this thing covered. I am trying to speed along. Y'all chat with me and let me know what you think about the ribbon choices I have. If you think the burlap or the buffalo check will work better for what I'm going with. Give me some inspiration. What do you think might work better this morning? My kitchen is painted gray, and it matches my living room, which I have accents of like navy blue, and a little bit of yellow, but not a whole lot of yellow, just tiny little specks of yellow here and there. But I do have some black things in my kitchen. So the buffalo check ribbon could definitely work. And I can see where the burlap would work too. I'm not sure how burlap and gray, I'm not sure how it may look against my gray wall, but the good thing about the ribbon is you can always change it out. The ribbon is not going to be anything permanent. And so this is a good, you know, one of those good items that you can change out for the seasons, you know, just by swapping out the ribbon or swapping out the flowers that go on it. So I always like things that can be multi-purpose. And this is one of those things that we can definitely use for multiple things. Okay, almost got it. Boy, this is messy. Messy, messy, messy. It's okay. It's going to be vacuum time probably after this live anyway. Because we're definitely going to have moss everywhere. My Pongo pup. Oh, you heard me, didn't you? He will probably have moss all in his fur because he's laying right at my feet. He will be having an extra layer of moss on him. Okay. Now, I have a couple little areas that I'll need to go back in and touch up a little bit, but to speed this along a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and definitely need to cover that little spot there first. Okay. Anybody have any summer projects on your list that you're still wanting to get done before you, before the summer's over? I know, like I said, I was painting yesterday, wanted to get some painting done before summer's over and kids start back with school stuff and that kind of thing. But tomorrow I am hoping to be ready for a yard sale, and that is always like a big undertaking in itself. But hoping to have that done, get some clutter and things out of my house. So yard sales are hard work, but we live in a good location where we always have a good turnout for yard sales. And of course I have kid items, and everybody's always on the hunt for, kid clothes, kid toys, and that kind of thing. So it's worth the work for me. Instead of taking it, just, bagging it up and taking it to Goodwill, it's always a little bit better to just do a yard sale and just bear the heat and just do it, because we usually always have a really good turnout for yard sales. Oh, this one, last little strip is being stubborn. This is when I wish I had the other moss. Take my advice. Use the pull apart moss, not the sheet moss for this. We're making it work, but it's just taking a little bit longer than I wanted it to. I need to probably just relax though and just enjoy the moment of just crafting, right? Crafting is like therapy sometimes. Okay, well, I have a little spot there. Let's see. I want you to be able to get a good glimpse of what it'll look like and not see my pink duct tape there. Ouchie woo. Okay. Make sure I'm not missing any comments because I'm a little far. Janie says she would use both ribbons. Okay, we might try it. Hey, Karen. If this is your first time watching, let me know. I know this week, I'm so excited. I can't believe I've even forgot to mention this. We have hit the magic 6,500 members on our page, and so I'm so excited. Thank you all for sharing and letting your friends know about our little crafting page and home decorating projects, because it just means the world to me. It really does. Never in a million years expected that we would already be at this number in this short amount of time. So I'm so excited. So excited that you guys are loving it and I'm loving it. Okay, so here's what we got. Now, I still have some areas, like I said, that I need to go back in and add a little bit of coverings to, like here, and just a little touch up. But I'm going to go ahead and just go ahead. Let me swipe this up. Oh, no. Here we go. All right. So this is, I'm just going to go ahead and show you what it's going to look like without the touch-ups. I don't want to waste any more time on touching up. Okay. So let's unwrap our ribbons, see what we got. I have this cute natural burlap ribbon, and there's not a whole lot of it on the roll, but I think it would be enough to make a cute bow and a little hanger at the top. Let's see. I need to prop this up so you can see it a little better. I'm just going to lay that across there and kind of see what it looks like. Sorry, this is laying on my microphone. Hope it's not messing with the sound. And then I have this buffalo check ribbon. So let me know what you think. Janie, this is your first time watching. That's awesome. Carol, are you putting moss on the noodle? I did put moss on the noodle, yes. I just covered a pool noodle with moss. It's a little tricky, but if you have a little patience, it can be done super easy. And I just see the mail lady driving up my driveway, so if my dog barks when she walks on my porch, I'm so sorry, but it's very possible that he might bark here in a second. But hopefully he's used to it enough that maybe he won't. We'll see. Keep your ears or your volume turned down just for a second, and I'll let you know when she's gone. All right, so what do we think? Crystal says buffalo check. Janie says both. All right. Let's do the buffalo check. Let's see what we got. Pongo. She's knocking at the door. I can't answer. Pongo, all day. All day. She'll leave it on the porch. All day. Sorry. Pongo, shh. Come here. Okay. She's gone. I'm so sorry. thought I had missed her. She's a little later than normal today. I'm so sorry. So sorry. That was loud. That's never happened before. My pup says hello and she's barking back. Oh my goodness. So sorry. Okay. Okay. We are going to go with this. And I like the ones that have the bows at the top. I don't know about y'all. Okay. I'm going to have to hold this down just a tad. Okay. Next question. Should we put the bow like up here and just hang it like this? Let me shorten it a little bit. I don't want it too long. And I would just hang it on my wall with the bow at the top, or do you think the bow on the wreath would look better? Let me know what you think. I would probably keep it like this and then make the bow. Boy, this is hard to do backwards. Let me go this way. Whew. Note to self. I don't need to do another live at this time of the day, even when the mail lady has not come yet. Always do it earlier. I'm so sorry. My heart is still like racing from this barking. I'm so sorry. All right. Okay, I'm going to cut this ribbon just a tad bit longer than what I need because I'm not sure I have my bow exactly the right size yet. Okay, let me turn it back around. Like I said, the back of my wreath is not going to show. It's going to be on a wall. I'm sorry. How long do you cut the noodle? You know, I did not measure the noodle. I'm going with I have a big blank wall space. Janie, that I am putting it on, so I wasn't too concerned about the size. But if it's something, you know, if you're putting it on a door or smaller wall space where size is definitely a factor, just eyeball it and judge, you know, put it together and kind of see, you know, put the noodle together and kind of see what you think will look right for your space. But I did not measure. All right, so I'm thinking, hold on, that kind of messes with our view. All right, I'm thinking that looks kind of cute. I'm also thinking I might like the bow on the wreath. Oh, you're late and missed the wreath part. I'm sorry, Diana. You really haven't missed a whole lot, just other than me just fighting this moss to glue on the pool noodle. That's really as much as you've missed. Maybe a few announcements you may have missed, but you haven't missed a whole lot, I promise. And the replay I'll still have saved on the page so you can watch later. Okay, so this is just something really simple. There is, you know, I could go with a bigger, more looped bow. I'm kind of wanting to keep it a little simple for what the space that I'm going to put it on. Okay, so this is one thought. We want to see what it looks like with the sunflowers. I'm not going to glue anything down permanently yet because I'm still not sure what I want to use as my accents. Okay, so we're just kind of playing at the moment so we can kind of get an idea. Okay, I don't want this to hide my bow a whole lot. And let's see here. All right, I'm not sure that my sunflowers look real good at the top because they hide my bow too much. So I'm going to pull those out. Fix my bow a little bit. You know what I could do? You could add, you know, a little sunflower or something down here on the bottom, or you could make your bow a little larger. That's why I did not cut it too short. So I want to kind of see This is obviously what I'm going to hang it on. I think I want a little loop at the top. I'm really struggling with this. Sorry, it's kind of so awkward and big here. I could put my sunflower in the middle of my bow. And my bow is going to have to be a little bit larger for this size wreath, but I kind of like the way that buffalo check and the sunflower looks together. And then I could also, I don't know. I'm not sure I'm digging the burlap with that yet. Okay, I see some thumbs up for that. So that's one option. I could also, let's try another idea. I'm gonna go with, shake all my moss off here. I'm gonna go with this burlap for a second. And let me think how I want to do this. I'm just going to tie a big bow. And then we'll see where we like it and what to put with it. I'm kind of wanting to think I might want to use just a couple of sprays of this white and see what it looks like. Oh, this burlap is making my nose itch. Sorry. When we get done here, it won't be as bad, but okay. I'm thinking this might look better for the space that I need it for. Now, like I said, you can use tons of different ribbon options or combinations, that will work with your color scheme in your home. This is going in my dining room. And now I know this ribbon is less than perfect at the moment, but we're just going to roll with it for a minute. Once I get it fixed, I'll post a picture when it's finished of what it looks like, where will fix that ribbon. Okay, that's a little dangly. I would probably trim that up a little bit right there, but I don't want to trim it yet in case I want to make my bow a little bigger. I'll still have some to play with. Okay, now I'm thinking, I'm not going to glue anything yet. I just am experimenting to see if I can get it the way I like it. Thinking I might put some of these little green sprigs. I love adding any type of just fresh greenery to a room. I just feel like it just makes things feel fresh, and I don't know, just something about green I love. And I think these particular greenery sprigs came from Hobby Lobby. I just cut them apart. It was like a spray of, like a little bush sort of, and I just kind of cut the pieces apart. And then I'm kind of liking this. Let me know what you think. But my kitchen is more neutral, so, and I could change out my bow and use the buffalo check, maybe even for like Christmas, and tie in some red, some berries, and maybe some pine needles, pine cones. But I like that. It looks fresh, looks neutral, and I don't know, it just looks simple to me, and that's kind of what I'm going for this one. Now I could cut some of these white flowers off. Let me see if I can lay this down without messing up, since I don't have anything glued at the top. I don't want to lose what I got. Fingers stuck. Let me get some of these white ones and we'll see what they look like. Because I have whites and creams in my kitchen and dining room, so I could definitely add some of this. This is just a bush that I picked up at Hobby Lobby as well several months ago, and I bought them with intentions on making a spring wreath for my front door. I made it, got it all put together, and just couldn't get it to look the way I wanted to, so I didn't end up using it. So I'm just pulling everything off that wreath and using it for different projects now. Anybody else ever do that? It's like what I had in my head just didn't pan out that time. Sometimes it happens. Okay, I think this might be the winning combination. Okay, let me look at it from the screen. What do you think? This white's a little long on this side, but I can trim it up. Let me know what you think. It's hard for me to see it unless I'm like looking at it from the front on. All right, I think that'll work. And then I think this will be possibly the start of maybe a little gallery wall in my dining room. So I think I like the way that looks together. All right. So nice, beautiful. Thank you. All right, I think, so do you see what I've just used some simple things, and we tried some different things that we thought might work and still could work at a different time, or if I move this to a different location. So I hope I've given you a little bit of inspiration this morning to kind of get crafty and try some things. And you never know, like what I had in my mind, sometimes just doesn't end up looking the same once you get it going as what it does in your mind. But just to play with it, and that's just kind of, what crafting is like. And decorating as well. A lot of times it's just trial and error. There's no right or wrong way to do it. It's just experimenting until something looks good to you. And we all have different colors and different tastes and styles. And so I always like to take an idea and just play with it and use, things that I already have without spending a whole lot of money. But even if you went out and bought, these exact items, you wouldn't be spending a whole lot of money. And I suppose you could even hang this, it might not be as cute on the side, but it would still look kind of cute, even on a door. Let's see what it would look like if we did it this way. Obviously, you would need to rework your bow a little bit, but that could be potentially a cute way to hang it as well. All right. Good, Carol. Glad you like it. And if you have some friends that love home decorating and crafts and things like that, I would love it if you would let them know about our home decorating page. We are growing by leaps and bounds. Like I said earlier in the live, we are at 6,500 members. And so it's so exciting to see new faces and friends joining us from all over the country that love home decorating. And this is primarily a women's only group, so we don't ever have to worry about something, maybe not agreeing with someone else. I think everyone that has joined is all into home decor, and we just seem to have the nicest ladies here. And so I'm so thankful for those of you that have joined and just really made this Facebook page a safe place for us all to share ideas. And I love it. I love it when you guys share your projects with me and ideas, because we all love seeing everyone else's decorations and things. So I just think it's so exciting. So stay tuned, like I said, because I am making plans daily for our fall pop-up group, and our holiday home pop-up group will be coming soon. Making plans for some special tutorials and how-to videos on things all about the holidays, on ways to do your decor, add some new special things to your home for the holidays. So I'm so excited that fall is just right around the corner, and Christmas will be here before you know it as well. So all the planning starts now to be ready for start thinking and having plans for decorations in your home for the holidays. So stay tuned for details on that. And one more announcement that I mentioned in the beginning you may have missed. If you would like to get a text alert when I go live, when I do the main crafting lives, send a text from your phone to the phone number 31996. Send a text. In the text message, just put the words Sweet Homes all in one word and send it to 31996, and you'll be added to the auto message alert system letting you know when I'm going live, so you won't miss another live. All right, you all take care, have a wonderful weekend, and enjoy your family and friends, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.